Hi everyone, it's Kamal Gurung, your trusted real estate advisor. Today we're talking about things your real estate agent may not tell you. One of the biggest misconceptions in my industry is that people are not aware that there are a lot of part-time agents in my industry. In the Greater Toronto area, in the GTA, where I practice my real estate, at the end of 2017, we had almost 50,000 licensed real estate agents. Of that, almost 26% did zero deals last year. Another 49% did between 1 to 6 deals. So you can see almost 80% of all licensed real estate agents last year were working on a part-time basis. Now that's for 2017. If you look at 2016, 2014 and go backwards, what you'll find is for the most part the percentages kind of stay the same. One of the reasons why this is it's fairly easy to get a real estate license. Another reason is it's also fairly inexpensive to maintain one. But I think this is the biggest reason why. There is absolutely no requirement right now for a real estate agent to be practicing real estate to maintain their license. You could essentially get your real estate license, park it for 5-6 years, and then come back to it. Okay, so I think this needs to change. If as an industry we want to get serious and improve our standings with the consumers, definitely our image, this needs to be changed. Standards will go up, which means in turn consumers are going to be better taken care of. So that's one of the misconceptions in my industry. Does staging work? I have to tell you, when I started in the industry, I didn't think it did. I thought it was more fluff. Now, having been in the industry a number of years, having dealt with enough buyers, enough sellers, I will tell you, when it's done right, not only does staging work, it oftentimes may also bring you more than one offer, and ultimately you may be able to walk away with more money. Okay, now imagine this: if you have two identical spaces, one is staged, the other is not. What will happen is, and I've seen this time and time again, is when the buyers are going through the property that is staged, oftentimes I'll hear comments like, it feels right, this is comfortable, right? I can see myself in this. They're both identical, it's just that one is staged. So you have to understand that buyers do buy on emotions, they act on that. So that's the benefit of staging. Now, just to be clear, what staging is not. Staging is not about bringing in an expensive furniture or bringing in an expensive painting and or carpet or whatever and putting it down. Staging is more about tying up the whole house as one unit. What I mean by that is, from the time you enter the driveway, through the front door, into the living room, the kitchen, the bedrooms, to the basement, to the outside, everything feels as one product. You know what I mean by it? There's a certain level of consistency, color schemes or what have you. That's what true staging is. It's designed to make your house feel comfortable, look right overall, not just one room here, one room there. That's what staging is. Okay, now I read somewhere a while back that up to 90% of all people cannot see past bad lighting, clutter, furniture, and bad color schemes. That's an incredible statistic if you think about it. Up to 90% of people out there cannot see past all this, and that's what staging does. It takes all that away from your mind and presents it in the best way possible, so that you don't have to struggle with that. And like I said again, because buyers do tend to buy on emotion, when they come into that space, they just feel naturally that this is the right space, and they will bring in an offer. And more than likely, when you're negotiating with somebody who likes the staging, is comfortable with it, they may be willing to go a little bit higher in price as well. So staging, in my opinion, absolutely does work. Does an open house help you sell your home? The quick answer as far as I'm concerned is no, it does not. Okay, now to be fair, there are two types of open houses. One is called an agent open house, and the other one is called the public open house, the one you're more familiar with. An agent open house is basically exactly what it sounds like. It's an open house for agents. And what it is the selling agent is basically inviting other agents to come through the property, go through it, see how it presents itself, look at the pricing and all that. They're looking for feedback, because the selling agent wants to make sure the strategy that he or she has in place is in line with market expectation and they're not off. That's what an agent open house is to kind of get that feedback. Okay, now in this day and age, with the way internet is and all the information floating around, agent open houses are not as popular as it used to be. In fact, I haven't been in one in a long time. Okay, the one you're familiar with is the public open house. Again, does the open house help you sell your home? If you think about it, what is happening here? What's a typical open house situation like? The listing agent, the selling agent will print out flyers, will send it into the neighborhood, invite all the neighbors to come for the open house. They may even have balloons during the weekend when the signs are out, anything to dress it up. They'll have cookies, candies, whatever. There's giveaways. They'll have nice little booklets printed out sitting in the kitchen table. All that really is designed for the selling agent to kind of showcase what they can do to the neighbors. Okay, because sooner or later some of the neighbors might look to sell. So this is an opportunity for the agent hosting the open house to kind of showcase what he or she could do for the neighbors. Okay, think about it. Do you honestly believe that the neighbors will move 3 doors down or a street over? They're already in the neighborhood. They would not be interested in that property. More than likely they will move to another neighborhood, right? So when the neighbors are coming in through the open house, they're not really there to put in an offer. They're there more to be nosy or just curious. They want to see how the home looks like, how the finishing looks like. That's all they're there for. They're not really coming in to put in an offer. Now, the other target group that where the selling agent is working towards in an open house is the buyers that are just starting to look, but it's not serious yet. So at that stage, most of the time, the buyers don't typically have an agent that they're working with. They're just kind of doing their due diligence. They're at the curious stage. So those kind of potential buyers may walk into an open house because it's available, it's free, it's open. So they walk in, and what the listing agent will do is they will come over, ask you a bunch of questions. One typical question they will always ask you is, are you working with another agent, right? And if they find out that you're not, then of course they will try to, kind of pitch what the agent can do, kind of showcase their expertise and all that, and try and see if the agent can get the couple as potential buyers, not for the property, but when they get serious and they're looking to buy, they will call the agent, and hopefully the agent will get business that way. So open houses typically are designed more for the selling agent to showcase his or her business to the neighbors and also to some potential future buying clients. Okay, so that's what an open house really does. It doesn't really help sell the property, and you'll see the data most of the time will show also that most of the transactions take place between buying agent and selling agent. It's not through the open house. It's not a neighbor buying a property over.